Okay, so let's talk about the Genius sequence in the Gene Keys system. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Ebony. I'm a human design and Gene Keys reader expert and coach. And if you are interested in learning more about your Gene Keys and how you can start implementing them in your life, start contemplating them, then you are not going to want to miss my free course. So I am launching a free course called Life's Work Mastery. And it's going to be 3 days long. We're going to dive very, very deeply into the first sphere of your genius sequence, which is your life's work, right? So we're going to be talking about the archetypes. We're going to be talking about what your life's work actually is, and also how to take aligned action with your life's work. So this isn't something that we're just going to sit around and talk about. No, we're actually going to be doing things. We're going to have action items, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be great, and it's completely free. So if you are interested in signing up for the course, go ahead and click the link in my description box, and let's jump into the video. So the Genius sequence is the first sequence in the Gene Key system, right? And this is essentially your incarnation cross. It is made up of your conscious sun, your conscious earth, your unconscious sun, and your unconscious earth. So the point of this sequence, right, because it's first, is to, number one, help you discover what your unique gifts are. We all have gifts, right? We all have skills. We all have things that come very naturally to us, but we aren't always aware of what those things are, and we aren't always aware of how to actually use them in our lives, right? Sometimes the things that come naturally to us, we're like, okay, but how do I use that? Like, I don't understand. So the Genius sequence is first to bring the awareness to us that, hey, this is one of the things that you're really good at that can benefit the collective, right? The other point of the Genius sequence is to actually help you anchor down into those 4 gifts so that you can step into your purpose and start to move into healing yourself and healing your trauma and opening your heart to call in a relationship, which you do in the next sequence, which is the Venus sequence. So the Genius sequence is really priming you for that. It's literally the foundation that's going to set the stage for all of the other work that you're going to be doing as you move through your Gene Keys. So this is really, really important, right? So the first sphere in the Genius sequence is your life's work, which is why we're covering it in Life's Work Mastery. So if you're interested, make sure you sign up. So your life's work is exactly what it sounds like. It's what you are here to do. It is the work that you are here to do on this planet in this life. This is your conscious sun. Your conscious sun is 70% of your personality. This is a really big deal. And the thing about your life's work is that we start here, but we also end here. After we go through the Genius sequence, after we go through the Venus sequence, we come back to this sphere in the Pearl sequence. So this first stop, this first sphere that we're going through is really, really important. It's like the foundation of the foundation, right? So you want to spend a little bit of time here, especially if you're contemplating it, because it is so important, right? This is literally what you're here to do. Now, after your life's work, we have the sphere of your evolution. The sphere of your evolution is your conscious earth. And this is what you are here to learn. Because the fact is, we don't know everything, right? We come here as little children, and there are things we gotta know, right? We gotta learn how to talk, how to walk, how to crawl, how to, live as a human person. But there's also like gifts that we have to learn how to master. There's, things that we need to understand in order to move through life in a way that is optimal and, keeps us happy and healthy and doing all the things, right? So this conscious earth gate, this evolution is going to tell us what is the big thing that you're here to learn. What is that big thing that you're going to need to know in order to truly anchor into your purpose? What is that thing, right? Because all the other things that we need to know, this is the big one, right? So that's the evolution. And these are both conscious, right? This is the conscious sun and the conscious earth. So these are both things that we're aware of. Now, moving over to the unconscious side, we have your unconscious sun. Your unconscious sun is your radiance. And your radiance is, what does your body need to be healthy? Right? Because, if we're, talking about, the hierarchy of needs, right? Food, shelter, water. We're not talking about that specifically. What is the energetic thing, or even the tangible thing that your body needs and does automatically in order to be energetically healthy? That's what the radiance is. What is that thing that makes you magnetic? What is that thing that your body is craving that just draws people and things and opportunities into you? That is the radiance. That's what your unconscious sun is telling you. This is the thing that makes you so magnetic, that makes you so radiant and so energetically attractive that people are just like, oh, wow. Okay. No, I like that. Right? That's the radiance. And the last stop in the genius sequence is your purpose. I see the purpose and the life's work working together, right? They're partners, even though they're on completely opposite sides, right? So your purpose is the energetic frequency that you are here to hold. Okay, so I know we talked about the life's work. I said the life's work is what you're here to do. You would think the purpose is what you're here to do, right? But it's not. Your purpose is the state. It's the energetic frequency that you're meant to hold while you're doing your life's work. So while you're doing the thing, whatever the thing happens to be, this is the energy you want to do that thing in. This is going to anchor you. It's going to stabilize you. Because again, your purpose is your unconscious earth, right? The earth is the grounding, stabilizing energy. Your purpose is going to stabilize you and anchor you and ground you so that you can do your life's work in the most optimal way to help the collective, right? So we all understand that. We have the life's work, we have the evolution, we have the radiance, we have the purpose. Now, in between these four spheres, there are little pathways. And the pathways indicate the relationship between the spheres, right? So I mentioned we have the life's work and the evolution. They're both on the conscious side. The relationship between those two spheres is that they actually don't like each other. They're pulling you, right? They're pulling you in completely opposite directions. Your life's work is going this way and your evolution is going that way. So the relationship between these two is challenging. Your challenge when you're working with your life's work and your evolution is to find balance, right? Because if you get too far into one, you're going to be leaning to one side. And then if you go too far to the other side, you've got a lean going. What you want is to be squarely in the middle and balancing these two energies. That's the relationship between the life's work and the evolution. Now, the relationship between the evolution and the radiance is that we're moving from the conscious side to the unconscious side. So there's things going on over here and we're like, okay, no, yeah, I see that. I get it. Cool. But it's like, what the hell is going on over here? Because it's the unconscious side, we don't always have conscious awareness of it because it's unconscious. Hello, it's in the name. So the relationship here is that we need to become aware of the unconscious patterns, the unconscious triggers that move us into this energy, specifically the shadow part, right? So what are the unconscious things that I need to become aware of in order to make sure that I am keeping my body as healthy as possible, right? And then finally we have, so this is where we're breaking through, right? This is where we're breaking through. If we are able to become aware of our unconscious patterns, we'll break through to the other side. If we don't, then we'll break down and, we end up going back up to the top and trying again, right? Which is fine. There's no rule that says you have to be absolutely perfect in order for this to work. No. That's not how that works. I have broken down many times. Trust me, it's okay. So then we have the relationship between your radiance and your purpose. The relationship between these two is stability. Now that we have contemplated our life's work, we've contemplated what we're here to learn, we've contemplated what keeps our body healthy, now we're anchoring it in. Because you can have knowledge, right? You can logically understand something, you can logically know something. But have you integrated it? Have you anchored that into your body? Have you made it a habit? Have you made it a pattern? Can you turn this on autopilot and not worry that some shit's gonna fall off, right? That's what we're doing in this pathway. We are creating stability. These conscious choices that we're making, right? These new neural pathways that we're forming, that's the stability that we're creating in between our radiance and our purpose. When we can anchor that down, when we can integrate all of the knowledge that we've learned throughout these other spheres, that's when we start to really step into our purpose. And that's when our life's work really starts to shine through. So I hope that made sense. That was a lot of information. If you are interested in diving deeper into this, you are going to love my free course, Life's Work Mastery. I highly recommend that you sign up for it. We're going to be starting on the 22nd. We're going to start on the 22nd, which I think is Monday. So go ahead and use the link in my description to sign up for that. And I will see you in the next video.